Hello and welcome to Wired In. I'm Diana Gulotta, Executive Director for Public Relations and Marketing for Hampton City Schools. I'm very excited today because today is the first time that we have students on our show who will talk about our one-to-one initiative. We have with us today Mia Wright and Jonathan Melvin from Spratley Gifted Center. Both are 7th grade students, and they've had their iPads for a few months, and they're here to tell us a little bit about what they're doing with the iPads. But first, Mia, tell me a little bit about yourself. How long have you been in Hampton City Schools?
Well, I've been here since I was in 4th grade.
Okay.
And I previously went to Phoenix before Spratley.
Okay. And what about you, Jonathan?
I've been in Hampton City Schools since I was in 3rd grade. I went to Mary Peak, and then I moved on when the SA brought the kids together to go to Spratley.
Okay, great. So tell us, we'll start with you, Mia. Tell us, what do you do with your iPad in class?
Well, for science, we still do use our notebooks, but we use it as a learning tool. We have apps that let us explore, like, for example, the food chain, the water cycle, and it has to do with topics that we are learning in class.
So how is the iPad more helpful to you than any other tool that you've used in the past?
We get to access more information much faster, and it helps us stay connected with each other in class instead of having to work on independent projects and like working by yourself. We have more group projects.
Jonathan, what about you? How do you use the iPad in class?
Yes, you know, it has many tools up there. If you don't have a pencil, I mean, you have the stylus. You can access all of your notebooks, better organization, because it just keeps all things in one folder. In math, we have flipped classroom, where instead of doing homework at home, we will watch the video at home on our iPads, take notes there, and we'll come to class together, ask questions, and do the work at class. So it's very helpful.
So what do you all think about this? I'll start with you, Mia. What do you think about the fact that here you are in 7th grade, about to go into 8th grade, and you've been given this tool in your classroom? What do you think about that?
I think it's great because we are in a digital age now, and it helps us for later on in life when we have jobs that have to do with technology. We are getting prepared now in 7th grade.
Great. Now what about you, Jonathan? What do you think about it?
I agree. I believe so. It's a privilege to have these. I mean, not all schools have these, and it's really, really cool. It's a great experience, so you can get used to it.
So you think next year when we roll the entire program out and all 5th and 7th grade students have these, that for the most part students will be excited about this tool in the classroom?
Yes,
definitely.
So Mia, why don't you share with us, because I know you shared with the school board a month or so ago, some specific projects that you worked on with the iPad. Can you recall something specific that you can share with us?
In language arts, our teacher had us do these videos about like responsibility, respect, and safety, and my group had to do with the hallways. And so we did a news report, we did a video on it, and so it was very fun.
So you used the iPad to do all the video taping?
We took the video, we edited it in iMovie, and then we sent it to our teacher.
And so as an adult, that sounds kind of scary to me, to make a video. So how, is the iPad really easy in terms of being able to just go out, shoot a video, and edit it?
Yes, very easy.
So I'm assuming you use different apps to do that?
We mostly used iMovie because that is for editing videos. But we also used the video app on our iPad.
That sounds exciting. What about you, Jonathan? A specific project?
Yes, in social studies, history, we will be sometimes watching videos that on Edmodo. The teacher will post videos, and we'll have to watch them, and we'll get in groups, and we'll have activities. And after the video, we'll maybe make a skit or something and take notes down from the video. Yes, it's really cool.
So how do you think, Mia, that having an iPad will improve your learning?
For jobs when you have technology, you get prepared now, it's easier along the way instead of like, what is this? How do I use this? So, and it keeps us connected with online.
And Jonathan, how do you think it's benefiting your learning?
I believe it makes it way much more easier for to keep people organized, to access stuff more easier. The weight, having to carry multiple notebooks in your book bag, really cool.
So has there been anything difficult or challenging about having the iPad?
I would say the only thing probably is forgetting to charge it overnight.
Yes.
Well, I have that challenge too. In fact, today I didn't have a charged iPad this morning, so I understand that as well. But any other challenges related to the iPad?
Not exactly. Only since we need internet connection, if it's like slow at school, it's kind of harder to do things that the teacher planned.
And do you use them at home?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
What do you use them for at home, Jonathan?
Usually after you're done with your classwork, you might FaceTime a friend, message a friend, play a couple of games.
Kind of let off some steam.
Yes, ma'am.
What about you, Mia?
We use Edmodo for our homework, most of our classes, so I do my homework, and then, for example, last night, my friend messaged me like, what is the French homework? I don't know what it is, and I'm like, well, this is the page, so we are connected, and I get to still talk to my friends.
That's great. So next year, you'll both be in 8th grade. I'm assuming at Spratley.
Yes.
And then you'll go on to high school. Where are you going to high school?
Kickingham High School.
Kickingham?
Yes, ma'am.
What about you, Mia?
Kickingham High School.
So you're both going to Kickingham. So as you move through the system and finish 8th grade next year and then move into high school, how do you think the iPad will benefit you into the future in your future studies?
Well, since we've already started now, and we'll get used to how it works out, it won't be that hard. We'll learn new things to do, make the projects more interesting and better.
Since like now it's the pilot program, we're still learning what we're doing, but later on I think it'll be easier to use them.
So you think it'll only get better?
Yes.
So is there anything else that you want to add about the iPad or anything that you're doing at Spratley with the iPad that maybe we forgot to talk about?
Well, for class, we, instead of having like a notebook, we have an app called PDF Notes and Bamboo Paper, and Bamboo Paper allows you to write on them, but in PDF Notes, you have to use the PDF and then you write on it. So instead of having to use your notebook and then like, oh, I forgot my notes, it's right all on your iPad.
So you're not actually having to use the keyboard on here to type?
Sometimes you can have text boxes. That's easier, it makes it look neater. When they have outline notes and the teacher will have a PowerPoint, you copy it down into your iPad.
So actually you mentioned a stylus earlier. So you can actually, is there an app that allows you to kind of write some notes and then maybe turn it into something?
Bamboo Paper allows you to do that as well.
That's exciting.
PDF
So that's a lot less paper in your notebook, less books, less less everything. Right. Okay. Well, it sounds exciting, and I'm excited to see what happens next year when we roll the entire program out, and hopefully you all can come back maybe in the middle of your 8th grade year. And I'm sure there'll be a lot more apps invented by then, and you'll be using the iPad for different reasons than you're using it now, and I hope you'll come back and share that with us.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay?
Yes.
Thanks for joining us today. You guys have been great to hear from. It's always great to have students on the show and learn exactly what you're doing in the classroom. It's very exciting.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
And thank you for joining us on Wired In. Have a great week.